Hey, welcome to Ask Drunk Coach Anything Part 2. Audio should be good. It's me in my spare, very dirty bedroom. Spare room. I brought all my shit in here to pack because I'm leaving tomorrow for 3 weeks to fucking Antarctica. It's not actually where I'm going, but that's what I'm saying. Lighting in here is trash, and it's going to get worse as we go. I don't know what you can see. I don't know if you can see my whole face or not. I don't fucking know because I've been drinking. And I'm going to try to answer questions while going through my packing list at the same time. So there might be some noise in the background. Just 2 seconds ago, there were 3 curious cats fucking around in here. Now it's just me. I scared them off. I didn't mean to. I've got like an hour of time left on my SD card. And we're gonna take this little list here and go one by one. I took all your questions on the whiteboard. I typed them on this little laptop to answer in no particular order. There's a little bit of an order, top to bottom. And we're gonna go from there. So, here we go. The biggest scandalous drama this gym has had over the past month, since y'all went fucking ham on the whiteboard, was which class is Nick's favorite? Why is this class the best? Why are we the best? Why are they the best? I love all you guys equally. Now I know some of you guys watching this have more than one child. Thanks, Claire, for this, by the way. And you will say to all of your children, I love you guys equally. And you know, deep down, you're a fucking liar. One of those kids, at least one is lower on the totem pole than the others. That's all I'm saying. It's a spicy fucking take. It's gonna get me canceled. But here we are. I said it, I'm not fucking taking it back. So, I'm just gonna use my personal Coach Nick's, I don't want these socks on. Look at my check-ins. 90, I don't know, that's not good math. 75% of the time when I check into a class to work out myself, I'm checking into the 9:30 a.m. Look, there's some things the 9:30 a.m. has that the other classes don't, and I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this. I might even lose members over this next statement. The 9:30 a.m., here's what we got. 1, no classes before it. 2, no classes after it. So therefore, they're not on as tight of a time crunch. The majority of the folks in the 9:30 class are either retired, a lot of moms, business owners, people that have a little bit more flux in their schedule, right? So if the class runs longer than an hour, there's no harm, no foul, because there's no class waiting in line behind it. There's no class before it, so they can show up early, and it's there's a lot of less stress at the 9:30. It is what it is. Now, are they the greatest class of all time? That is to be determined, and I'm not going to make that call. There I said it. So, there's a lot of questions on the whiteboard. Why is this class so amazing? Why is this class the greatest of all time? A lot of bickering back and forth in Chalk It Pro. Okay? I love all of you guys. I genuinely do. I mean that a lot. I've worked out with the 5:30s, the toughest one. They're my redheaded stepchild. They're the ones I will see the least. The far ends, the 5:30 a.m. and the 6:30 p.m. is who I will see the least. Because while I love 12 gauge very much, I do need some personal time to make stupid videos like these while I'm packing for my 3-week drill weekend. So on to the next question. So sorry, 9:30. I'm gonna put them as the top for me personally. But I do genuinely love all the classes. The 3:30 is fucking wild. You guys are, whew, you guys raise my blood pressure a little bit because y'all are a lot of work. 4:30 used to be where it was at. 4:30 used to be the busiest. I don't know what happened, man. It has gotten, it's not the smallest class. I'd have to look at the numbers, but it has shrunk. The 3:30 has eaten and stolen all of the virality that the 4:30 had. 4:30, let's bring it back, y'all. I know you're getting off work. I know it's hard. Fucking come show up.
On the bottom, Paige. And next, Kendall. You didn't stick out to me. Next is Brooke. Nia, going 3 for 3, once again, is Maddie.
All right, favorite snack. Favorite snack. Shit, I need a pen. Pen, got it. I eat Weis, the Weis grocery store. I just saw a map today of the United States and it showed every state's most popular grocery store. And Virginia's was Food Lion. And I'm genuinely disappointed that there is not a Food Lion here in Fredericksburg. Because I miss Food Lion. I came from Virginia Beach. Some of y'all know that, some don't. I'm a transplant here in Fredericksburg, and I loved Food Lion. That was my go-to. Military ID card is next. I got that. And then military and civilian driver's licenses don't show off. We don't have Food Lions here. And that kind of sucks, but I hear Weis and Food Lion are the same store, and a lot of people that talk about the Weis that's down the street from me, down the street from the gym, is basically, it used to be a Food Lion. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to wear tomorrow? Okay, cool. So anyway. Favorite snack, Weis. Weis? They sell a rice cake that is cheddar flavored. They're little tiny rice cakes. They're not the big ones. They're the little small snackable rice cakes. That's my kind of go-to. I can snack on those motherfuckers all day. So, favorite snack, Weis rice cakes. Say that 5 times fast. Weis rice cakes. Weis rice cakes. Weis rice cakes. Weis rice cakes. Fucking phone is blowing up with Marine Corps shit right now. I should have another set of camis somewhere. Favorite healthy snack is the next question. And this one, I think I would be in way better shape if I was more consistent at making it than I am. And that is favorite healthy snack. Take, it's like low sugar pistachio pudding, the little mix. It's like a little Jello pudding for pistachio, low sugar. It's 25 calories for the whole fucking box. Take that, almond milk plus vanilla casein protein. Mix that together, freeze it for just a couple hours. You freeze it too long, you're fucked. You can only freeze it for a couple hours. That's it. Almond milk, casein, and water. And some water to kind of get the texture right. And I just sit there with a hand mixer. Nailed it, first try. Take a hand mixer, mix all that together to get the consistency right. Pop it in the freezer for like 1 to 2 hours. Maybe a little bit longer to get a little bit of texture to it. And that is hands down my favorite healthy snack. Okay, hello. I thought I possessed the ability to do 2 things at once. I was wrong. So we're just going to answer these questions. And then we're going to cut off the camera. And I hope I am in frame. And we're going to focus on packing because this is turning into a huge pain in the dick with like, it's fucking complicated. Anyway, moving on. Favorite vacation spot and why? I have not been on a ton of vacations. I can say that cruises are low on the list. Not a huge fan of cruises. And that if money was no object, I would take my beautiful editor to the Turks and Caicos. because I had a wonderful time last time I was there, and I would be glad to go back. And I know Claire recently went there and had a very good time. Next, ultimate sandwich / what is in it. Found a restaurant, and there's a French dip on the menu. I'm fucking ordering it. Unless that restaurant is the very last restaurant in Q-Town as you go down towards the water, the last one on the left. Bread was amazing. Cheese was amazing. The meat was so... Come on, Freya. Come fucking make yourself known. The meat was so rubbery, I had to like grind my teeth. Thanks, Freya. Anything else? No? Is that all you got? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Tell me more, Queen. Uh-huh. She's not done. She will interrupt me as we proceed. But yeah, restaurant, French dip, all day. Big fan. Making it myself, though, which is not the question. Or like, that's a more common restaurant answer. I fucking go hard for the super salty Virginia ham. Not the sweet ham. I don't know why salty ham's not more common. Am I crazy? Because it's fucking delicious. I don't know if it's harder to make. I don't know any of the details behind it. But Virginia salty ham is where it's at. That was some good cheddar cheese and like a potato roll or a Hawaiian roll. Oh. Okay. We're going to come back to this one. Do you use shampoo or body wash on your head? I, in the shower, have one thing, and that is a... Yeah? Yeah. What? I have one thing in the shower, and that is a singular bar of soap. If money was no option, I would get the Zoom, Z-U-M, maybe Z-U-M-A. I don't know, it's got a goat. They sell it at Publix, and they have a flavor that is almond flavored. That cat makes my blood pressure rise. And it smells so fucking good, but it is so expensive, so I have yet to buy it. Oh my God, Freya, shut up. But normally the kind of within my price range is Duke Cannon's big ass brick of soap, Buffalo Trace bourbon smell, flavor, whatever you want to call it. That's my kind of go-to. Below that, if I'm super cheap, most almond flavors are kind of my jam. All right, so I've got 4 final big deep questions. So the first one, if you change the gym name, what would you choose instead? So I will open with staring straight at the camera. I will be changing the gym name at some point. Matt chose 12 Gauge for his reasons. That doesn't have any sort of personal meaning to me, so I will be changing it at some point. There are 3 things that have been considered. Most I've been laughed out of the room with, so I'm not fully sold on all of them. The first one that I personally came up with, kind of I guess before, and that's my old gym name, which is Retro Intensity CrossFit or CrossFit Retro Intensity. I just hate how many fucking syllables that is. It's too many, if we're being frank. And that's just not gonna work. CFRI, it just doesn't work. It's too many fucking syllables. So while I love the name Retro Intensity, that really speaks to me personally. Hello, Freya. Do you have to yell during the video? I could have closed the door, but I decided not to because I thought the other cats would make an appearance, but you had to come in here and scream at me. Yeah. Anyway, so Retro Intensity, that name has my heart. I've got a wonderful logo for it that I love that an old friend of mine made. So, but it won't fit. It's just not a good business decision. After that, I thought of Route 2 CrossFit, which I'm a big fan of, but I got laughed out of the room because it had a double entendre, Route 2 like the way to CrossFit, and also Route 2 because we're off of Route 2. And I thought that was pretty cool. And then I see like there's a new storage company popping up right there at Benchmark. It's like 2nd and 17 storage. And that seems fun. Nobody laughed them out of the office. But whatever, everyone I've mentioned it to kind of thought it was hilariously bad, so we're gonna not go with that. And then the final one that I've kind of come up with that seems to be getting some traction, I kind of like, and I'm on the fence about, is either CrossFit Third Life or Third Life CrossFit. So the logic there is owning this gym is kind of my third life. Excluding like elementary school and high school years, right? My first big job was the Marine Corps, and I did that 5 years active duty, and as I'm filming this video, I'm clearly still fucking doing it. I've been doing it for 21 years now.
Damn! I'm sorry.
But then when I got out of active duty, there's a little bit of like transition time. Are you kidding me right now? I appreciate you being quiet, but you're really getting the laps in, Queen. But then I worked for the Navy as a civilian for 12 years, and I didn't realize it after like the second or third year. I was pretty burnt out. I stuck there for 9 or 10 years, just burnt out, just because it was solid pay. And, you know, I had a good enough quality of life to kind of stick with it, even though I wasn't happy. And this is kind of in my opinion, owning this gym is kind of my third life. And then also on top of that, when 12 Gauge first started, it was Matt and Heather. That was its first life. And then Matt, I don't know what the story was, but I know Heather was no longer part of the picture. And then Matt moved to where we are now. So that was kind of its second life. And then me taking over and all the changes I've made is kind of its third life. So I've liked it. A few folks have mentioned it. It kind of has a play on people's third place as well, which is a big thing. If you've never looked into that, look up like third places. So for a long time, the third place for a lot of folks was like the mall or church. It's just somewhere that home is your first place, work is your second place, and then somewhere else that has like a social aspect to it is your third place. So it kind of plays on that a little bit as well. So very long-winded answer for most likely CrossFit third place. But even still, that just doesn't, I love it, but it doesn't feel quite right. So TBD on that. All right, someone just recently added 3 pretty deep questions. One thing I would have done as a beginner CrossFitter, I would have taken my nutrition more seriously. That's kind of my biggest regret early on, is I didn't really see the results I wanted from CrossFit until I took my nutrition super seriously in 2010, which was hella late. I've been CrossFitting for 10 years at that point. So that's an easy one, nutrition. Hands down nutrition. Cheap plug, we will be offering more nutrition offerings in the future. Freya, please, I'm trying to do something here. Next up, 3 future changes for 12 Gauge. 3 is a tough number. Let's see if I can pull that off. Well, I'm going to combine these 2 questions. So 3 future changes for 12 Gauge and your vision for 12 Gauge in the next 3 years. These are kind of the same questions, sort of. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. All right, so you know what? Scratch that. 3 future changes. 1, I don't know when, but as mentioned earlier, I will probably change the name. Just because, again, the name 12 Gauge doesn't spark joy. It's there, it's a thing, but it's not. I didn't come up with it, and with the amount of hours I've put into the gym, I'd like to own the name. So that's 1. 2, for those that didn't know, and it hasn't happened yet, but in about 2 weeks, I don't know how long this is going to take to edit, so it might be tomorrow or yesterday by the time this gets posted. We're bringing Coach Caroline on as my first part-time employee. So she'll be working 20 hours a week, every single week. And then the third change. What's something big that we have in the pipeline? Kind of it's official, but no one knows yet, either until this posts or maybe sooner, I don't know. But we have officially also brought Mandy on as the fun boss. So if you've met Mandy Smith, she will be coordinating and taking care of all the like non-fitness stuff. So like the Halloween party, the Christmas party, the easy ones. But then we're also going to do stuff like group outings, like to Fredericksburg Axes we've talked about. We're going to rent out a movie theater one night, and some other things that are like just stuff for the community to do to get outside the four walls of the gym. So those are my 3 future changes. Name change, eventually, that's way in the future because name changes are expensive. Caroline, part-time. Mandy, fun boss. Nailed it. And then finally your vision for 12 Gauge in the next 3 years. Here we go. Can you stop stabbing me? The big one. December of 2023, I signed a 5-year lease at our current address. I would love to not renew that lease. Editor put some impactful shit in there like what I mean by that, and I'm not sure it's going to happen now that I think how close that's going to be. So that's 2024, 2023, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2028. I would like to have kind of broken ground on in some way, not just moving the gym, because the gym doesn't need to move. It's great where it's at. We've got a wonderful facility, but in that time frame, I would like to build something kind of, I want to own the building. Let's go with that. If I don't have to build it from the ground up and I can buy a building that already exists that meets all the kind of what we do and is still within a reasonable distance, because I'm not going to move like 20 miles away. That would be shooting myself in the foot. But I would love to own the building. Now, I'm not going to be able to own Patriot 3's building. I can't do that. That's just not in the cards. So if there's a way to maybe build something along Route 2, that would be awesome, and I'd be a big fan, especially now that I'm in this new house that I have definitely planted my roots. So that's kind of the hope. Let's see if I can make her. What's that? Did I just drool on myself? Give me that belly. Give me that belly. Give me. All right, so there we go. There we have it. One take. I need to get to packing now because it's late and I'm leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning. But someone is being needy right now, and I'm still scared to be loud. Even though I don't have, I have neighbors, but we don't share walls anymore. So there you go. That is Ask Drunk Nick Anything Part 2. I am scared to stand up because I might fall over, but I need to turn the camera off. I don't know what her deal is. And then I need to fucking pack. I need to pack, Freya. Love you guys. Thank you for the questions. My challenge to you. How many questions can we add to the whiteboard that are not food or hair related? Because that seems to be all y'all give a shit about. All right, goodbye. I gotta cut the camera off. And then I gotta do these clips to my editor, and she's gonna hate me because of how fucking long this is. You have full permission to make this as short or as long as you want. I don't give a fuck.